Why are you wasting your life waiting? Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I'll start tomorrow," when the time is right? Or, "I just need to be ready first," but tomorrow never comes. And the perfect moment is an illusion. Time is slipping through your fingers right now. While you wait, life moves on, dreams fade, opportunities vanish, and regrets begin to form. The Stoics believed that waiting is the enemy of action, that procrastination steals the one thing we can never get back: time. If you've ever felt stuck, hesitated out of fear, or found comfort in excuses, you're not alone. Even Marcus Aurelius faced this struggle. But here's the brutal truth: every moment spent waiting is a moment wasted. In this video, you'll discover how to break free from hesitation, how to defeat procrastination, and how to live fully without regrets. We'll explore powerful Stoic principles, from embracing the present moment to taking bold action and mastering your focus in a world full of distractions. Imagine looking back at your life, knowing you seized every opportunity, knowing you lived with purpose. This isn't just about being productive, it's about living, truly living. Are you ready to stop waiting? To take action now? Let's dive in. 1. The brutal truth about time. It's slipping away. Time. It's the most precious resource we have, yet it's the one we waste the most. Think about it. Every second that passes is a second you will never get back. We spend our days waiting for the right moment, waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect conditions. But here's the brutal truth: time doesn't wait for you. It keeps moving, relentlessly. Right now, as you're watching this, time is slipping away, second by second, moment by moment. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, where did all the time go? We often say we don't have enough time, yet we spend hours mindlessly scrolling through social media, watching meaningless videos, lost in distractions. We tell ourselves, "I'll start tomorrow. I'll get to it someday. I still have time." But someday is not a day on the calendar. It's an illusion, and it's stealing your life. The Stoics understood this. They knew that the only thing we truly own is our time, and once it's spent, it's gone forever. Seneca warned us, "Life is long if you know how to use it." Think about that. Life isn't short. We make it short by wasting it on things that don't matter, by waiting for the perfect moment, by hesitating. Imagine looking back on your life, realizing you've wasted years waiting for inspiration, waiting for the right time, waiting for confidence. All the while, time was slipping through your fingers, and you didn't even notice. We live as if we have endless tomorrows, pushing our dreams, our passions, even our responsibilities further down the road. But what if tomorrow never comes? What if all the opportunities you assumed would always be there vanish before you ever take hold of them? The truth is, the future is uncertain, and the only moment you truly have is this one, right here, right now. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, reminded himself daily, "You could be good today, but instead you choose tomorrow." How often have you made that choice? To delay your potential, to postpone your growth, to put off your dreams. The Stoics called this the illusion of endless tomorrows, a mindset that leads to constant preparation, but never action. We convince ourselves that we're getting ready, waiting for the perfect moment, but in reality, we're just avoiding the discomfort of taking action. The problem is, time doesn't care about your excuses. It keeps moving, whether you're ready or not. Seneca put it bluntly. While we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away. Reflect on that. Every moment you hesitate, you lose. Every second you wait, you waste. We are masters of procrastination, finding countless reasons to delay, to postpone, to wait for the right time. But here's the hard truth. There is no right time. There is only now. If you're waiting for motivation, it may never come. If you're waiting for confidence, it's built through action, not waiting. The Stoics believed in taking action, now, in this moment, because this moment is all you have. They understood that hesitation is the enemy of progress, and that waiting is the thief of opportunity. Imagine if Marcus Aurelius had waited for the perfect moment to lead, if Seneca had waited for inspiration to write, if Epictetus had waited for ideal conditions to teach. History would have been very different. They didn't wait. They acted, despite uncertainty, despite fear, despite discomfort. They knew that life is fleeting, that time is constantly slipping away, and that the only way to live fully is to take action. Now, Seneca asked, how long will you wait before you demand the best for yourself? How long will you wait? If you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever been overwhelmed by procrastination, if you've ever found yourself waiting for the perfect moment, you're not alone. We all struggle with it. Even the greatest minds in history did, but they overcame it, not by waiting for motivation, but by taking the smallest step, and then another. The key is to start now, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, but now. Action creates momentum, and momentum defeats procrastination. Stop waiting for inspiration. Stop waiting for the right conditions. Stop waiting for confidence. Start where you are, with what you have, and take the first step, no matter how small, because every great achievement begins with one single step. Think about how much time you've already lost, how many opportunities you've let slip by. Do you want to continue down that path? Or do you want to take control of your time and your life? Now, the choice is yours. The clock is ticking. Your life is happening right now. Will you continue wasting time, or will you take action and live fully in this very moment? The decision is yours. 2. The illusion of perfect conditions. We wait. We wait for the perfect moment, the ideal situation, the right circumstances. We tell ourselves, I'll start when I feel ready. I'll do it when the time is right. I'll take action someday. But here's the truth. Someday doesn't exist. It's an illusion, a comfortable lie we tell ourselves to justify our inaction, our hesitation, our fear. Waiting for the perfect conditions is just another way of procrastinating, another excuse to avoid the discomfort of taking the first step. Think about it. How many times have you waited for the right mood, for motivation to strike, for everything to be just perfect before you started? And how often did that moment actually come? We convince ourselves that we need to be fully prepared, that we need more time, more knowledge, more confidence. But in reality, we're just afraid of failure, afraid of judgment, afraid of the unknown. Marcus Aurelius saw through this illusion. He wrote, "You could be good today, but instead you choose tomorrow." Let that sink in. Every day you wait, every moment you hesitate, you're choosing tomorrow. Over today, you're choosing to delay your potential, your growth, your dreams. And for what? A perfect moment that will never come. The Stoics understood this. They knew that perfection is an illusion, a trap that keeps you from ever beginning. They believed in taking action. Now, in this moment, despite the imperfections, despite the uncertainties, despite the fear. Because the truth is, there is no perfect moment. The perfect moment is a myth. The only moment you truly have is right now. But we deceive ourselves. We wait for all the pieces to fall into place, for the stars to align, for a sign that it's the right time. The truth is, the stars don't care about your plans, and the universe won't wait for you to feel ready. Seneca warned us, while we wait for life, life passes. Read that again. While you wait, life passes. Time slips away, and the opportunities you could have seized are lost forever. So, why are you waiting? Waiting for motivation? It won't come. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. You can't rely on it. Waiting for confidence? Confidence doesn't come from waiting. It comes from doing, from taking action, from facing your fears. Waiting for certainty? Life is uncertain. Always has been. Always will be. If you wait for certainty, you'll be waiting forever. This is the brutal truth. Waiting is a trap, a comfortable cage that keeps you safe, but stagnant. You'll never feel ready. You'll never have all the answers. You'll never have the perfect conditions. But that's okay, because you don't need perfection. You don't need certainty. You don't need to have it all figured out. All you need is to start, right now, with what you have, where you are. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." It's that simple, but not easy. You don't need to see the whole path, just the next step, and then the next, and the next. You don't need the perfect plan. You need the courage to begin, because action creates clarity, movement creates momentum, and progress defeats procrastination. Think about all the things you've delayed, all the dreams you've postponed, all the goals you've put on hold, and ask yourself, why am I waiting? What am I afraid of? What excuses am I telling myself? The truth is, every excuse is just fear, disguised as logic. We say we're waiting for the right time, but we're really just afraid to fail, afraid to look foolish, afraid to face discomfort. But here's the thing, failure is part of the process. Discomfort is the price of growth. Marcus Aurelius faced wars, plagues, political turmoil, yet he wrote, "If it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining." He didn't wait for perfect conditions. He acted amidst chaos, amidst uncertainty, amidst fear. If he could do it, what's stopping you? Imagine where you could be a year from now if you stopped waiting and started acting. Imagine the progress you could make, the growth you could achieve, the life you could create. All it takes is the courage to start. Now, not tomorrow, not someday, but now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Start where you are with what you have and take the first step. Because the only time you truly have is this moment, right now. What will you do with it? 3. Procrastination, the silent thief of life. Procrastination, it's the silent thief of life. It creeps in quietly, disguised as comfort, as ease, as an innocent delay. But make no mistake, it is ruthless. It steals moments, hours, days, even years, and you don't realize the loss until it's too late. How many times have you said, "I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start next week. I've got time." And how many times did tomorrow actually come? The truth is, tomorrow never arrives. It just becomes another today and another chance to put off what truly matters. Procrastination is seductive. It whispers lies of comfort, of more time, of future possibilities. But every moment you delay, every decision you defer, you are making a choice. A choice to surrender your potential. A choice to waste your most precious resource. Time. Marcus Aurelius knew this. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Let that sink in. You could leave life right now. This could be your last day, your last hour, your last breath. What are you putting off? What dreams are you delaying? What words are you leaving unsaid? Think about it. If you knew that today was your last day, would you still wait to pursue your passion, to start that project, to mend that relationship? Or would you act right now, without hesitation, without delay? This is the urgency the Stoics understood. Life is fleeting, time is uncertain, tomorrow is never guaranteed. Yet we procrastinate. We live as if we have all the time in the world. We squander moments, waiting for the right time, the perfect opportunity. But the truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The right time is now. Every time you choose to wait, every time you put off taking action, you are gambling with time you don't have. Procrastination is not harmless. It is a silent thief, stealing your dreams, your growth, your life. Think about all the things you've postponed, the goals you've delayed, the opportunities you've missed. Not because you weren't capable, not because you weren't deserving, but because you were waiting for the right mood, the right energy, the right circumstances. But here's the brutal truth. Circumstances will never be perfect. Motivation is fleeting, and life doesn't wait. Seneca warned, while we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away. Read that again. Every time you hesitate, every time you postpone, life slips away. Moments you will never get back. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for more confidence? Confidence doesn't come from waiting. It comes from doing, from taking action, from facing your fears. Are you waiting for inspiration? Inspiration is a byproduct of action, not the cause. You don't wait for it. You create it by showing up, by doing the work. Are you waiting for the perfect plan? Perfection is an illusion. Progress is messy, imperfect, but necessary. If you wait for the perfect plan, you'll never begin. The Stoics knew this. They didn't wait. They acted, even when they were uncertain, even when they were afraid, even when they didn't feel ready. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." That's the key. Stop talking, stop planning, stop waiting, start embodying. Take action, no matter how small, no matter how imperfect, just begin. Set a deadline, commit to a single step, even if it's tiny, even if it feels insignificant. Because progress isn't about perfection, it's about momentum. It's about moving forward, inch by inch, step by step. Stop waiting for motivation. Start creating it by taking action. Stop waiting for confidence. Start building it by facing discomfort. Stop waiting for the right time. Start realizing the right time is now. Imagine looking back on your life, realizing how much time you wasted, not because you were incapable, not because you were unworthy, but because you hesitated, you delayed, you waited. What regrets would you have? What dreams would you leave unfulfilled? Don't let procrastination rob you of a life well lived. Act now, not tomorrow, not someday, but now, because someday is not on the calendar, and tomorrow is just another excuse. The only time you truly have is this moment. Will you seize it? Or will you let procrastination steal it from you? The choice is yours. 4. Distractions, the modern enemy of focus. Distractions. They are the silent enemy, the modern thief of focus. In today's world, we are surrounded, bombarded with endless distractions, notifications buzzing, screens lighting up, content flowing endlessly, social media, news feeds, streaming services. They demand our attention every second, every minute. But here's the harsh truth. Distractions are not harmless. They are stealing, not just your time, but your life. Think about it. How many hours have you lost scrolling mindlessly, clicking from one link to another, watching videos that add no value? How many days have slipped by in a haze of notifications, in the pursuit of fleeting entertainment, in the endless loop of digital noise? The Stoics knew the importance of focus. Marcus Aurelius warned, "Beware of unnecessary actions." Unnecessary actions. That's what distractions are. They pull you away from what truly matters, from your purpose, your growth, your potential. Imagine what you could achieve if you reclaimed that lost time, if you broke free from the chains of distractions. Imagine the goals you could pursue, the dreams you could realize, the growth you could experience. But distractions, they are cunning. They disguise themselves as relaxation, as entertainment, as connection. They lure you in with promises of fun, of ease, of comfort. But every moment spent distracted is a moment stolen, a moment you will never get back. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Ask yourself, are you the master of your attention, or are you a slave to distractions? Look around you, your phone, your notifications, your screens. They are designed to capture your attention, to keep you hooked. It's not by accident, it's by design. The world we live in thrives on your distraction. Your attention is the currency, and distractions are the merchants. They sell you moments of pleasure in exchange for your focus, your energy, your life. But here's the good news. You can reclaim your attention. You can break free from the cycle of distractions. It starts with awareness, becoming conscious of how distractions are controlling you, of how much time they are stealing. Reflect on your habits. How often do you reach for your phone without purpose? How often do you check notifications out of habit, not necessity? How much of your day is consumed by distractions that add no value, that bring no growth? Once you see the cost, you can take action. The Stoics practiced control, discipline, focus. They understood that mastery over one's attention is mastery over one's life. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Concentrate every minute, like a Roman, on doing what's in front of you, with precise and genuine seriousness, tenderly, willingly, with justice, and on freeing yourself from all other distractions." This is the key. Concentrate on what matters, on what is within your control, on what moves you forward. Create an environment that supports focus. Remove distractions, silence notifications, set boundaries, build moments of stillness to reclaim your mind, to reset your focus. Epictetus believed in practicing presence, in being fully engaged in whatever you do. This is how you defeat distractions, by being present, by choosing where your attention goes. Don't allow your attention to be stolen. Don't allow your focus to be fragmented. Take control. Set time for deep work, for uninterrupted focus, for meaningful progress. Guard your attention like a precious resource, because it is. Distractions are cunning. They will keep trying to steal your focus, to derail your growth. But you have the power to choose, to master your attention, to reclaim your time. Don't be a slave to distractions. Be the master of your focus, of your purpose, of your life. It's time to take action, to break free from the modern enemy of focus. And when you do, you'll realize the power of undivided attention, the growth of focused effort, and the freedom that comes from mastering your mind. 5. Regret, the heavy burden of inaction. Regret. It's one of the heaviest burdens, a weight that grows with every passing day, every missed opportunity, every unspoken word, every dream left unpursued. But here's the painful truth. Regret doesn't come from what you did. It comes from what you didn't do. Think about it. When you look back, it's not the failures that haunt you. It's the chances you never took, the words you never said, the actions you were too afraid to make. Imagine standing at the end of your life, looking back and realizing that everything you wanted, everything you dreamed of, never happened. Not because you failed, but because you never tried. This is the heavy burden of inaction, the silent thief that robs you, not just of your time, but of your potential, of your life. Seneca warned us, life is long enough, and it has been given in sufficiently generous measure to allow the accomplishment of the very greatest things, if the whole of it is well invested.
Yes, sir.
But how are you investing your time? Are you living fully, or are you merely existing, watching the days go by, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes? Regret is the cruelest teacher. It shows you the cost of hesitation, of waiting, of inaction. You could have acted, you could have spoken, you could have tried, but you didn't. And now, it's too late. Regret whispers, what if? What could have been? And the echoes, they never fade. This is why the Stoics believed in living fully, in embracing the present, in taking action, here and now. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, and say, and think." Let that sink in. You could leave life right now. No one knows how much time they have. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. The future is uncertain. So why wait? Why hold back? Why live with caution when life demands courage? The regret of inaction comes not from the loss of time, but from the loss of possibility, the loss of potential. Imagine the lives you could have touched, the dreams you could have chased, the love you could have given, but you didn't, because you hesitated, because you waited, because you were afraid. This is the bitter taste of regret. knowing that you, and you alone, chose inaction, chose comfort over courage. But here's the thing, regret is not just about the past, it's about the present and the future. The more you hesitate, the more regrets you accumulate, the more dreams you bury, the more life you waste. But it doesn't have to be this way. You have the power to change this right now, Seneca said. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Are you wasting your time? Are you letting life slip by while you wait for the right moment, the perfect opportunity? The Stoics understood that the present moment is all we truly have. There is no perfect time, no ideal condition, only now. If you want to avoid regret, you must act. You must live fully, courageously, relentlessly. Stop waiting for tomorrow. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for certainty, because tomorrow may never come. The perfect moment doesn't exist, and certainty is an illusion. What matters is this moment, right now. You have the power to shape your future with the choices you make in the present. So ask yourself, what are you waiting for? What dreams are you postponing? What words are you leaving unsaid? What actions are you avoiding? What would you regret if today were your last? Reflect on this and let it guide you. Take action, not tomorrow, not next week, but today, because the burden of regret is too heavy, too painful, too cruel. You can live fully, you can act courageously, you can be more, do more, achieve more, but only if you start right now. Don't wait, don't hesitate, don't let regret become your story. The future is shaped by the present, and this moment is yours. Live fully, so that when you look back, you won't see regrets. You'll see courage, you'll see action, you'll see a life truly lived. And that is the greatest victory over regret. 6. The myth of tomorrow. It doesn't exist. Tomorrow, it's the greatest illusion we believe in. We tell ourselves, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll start tomorrow, I'll change tomorrow. But tomorrow never truly arrives. Tomorrow is just a promise, a convenient excuse, a comforting lie we use to escape the discomfort of action. Today, think about it. How many times have you postponed your dreams? How many times have you delayed your goals, waiting for the perfect moment that never came? You say tomorrow, but in reality, you're choosing never, because tomorrow doesn't exist. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, warned us, the whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. He knew that tomorrow is nothing but a mirage, a fantasy, that keeps us trapped in a cycle of inaction. We wait, we hesitate, we procrastinate, all because we believe there will always be more time. But the truth is, there isn't. Time is slipping away, moment by moment, day by day. The only thing that truly exists is now, this very moment. It's the only certainty you have, the only reality. But most people waste it. They let it slip by, believing in the illusion of tomorrow. They say, I'll pursue my passion tomorrow. I'll spend more time with loved ones tomorrow. I'll take that leap tomorrow. But tomorrow becomes today, and today becomes yesterday, and suddenly time is gone. All that's left is regret. Regret for the things left unsaid, the actions left undone, the dreams left unchased. This is why the Stoics urged to live fully, now, not tomorrow, not someday, but today. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, and say, and think. This isn't just a reminder of mortality. It's a call to action, a challenge to live with urgency, purpose, and courage. Because when you truly understand that tomorrow is an illusion, you realize there is no more time to waste. The future is uncertain, the past is gone, and the present is slipping away, even as you listen to this. So, why are you waiting? Why are you hesitating? Why are you allowing the myth of tomorrow to steal your life? Today, the Stoics were ruthless about living in the present, about taking action in the now. They knew that life is unpredictable, that the future is not guaranteed, that death is always near. But instead of fearing it, they used it as motivation to live fully, completely, without regret. Seneca said, while we wait for life, life passes. Are you waiting for life to begin? For the perfect opportunity? For the right moment? Because if you are, you're wasting the only moment you truly have right now. This moment is yours to shape, to create, to live. But you must seize it. You must act. You must break free from the chains of tomorrow, because tomorrow is a thief. It steals your dreams, your potential, your life. And the only way to defeat it is to take action today. Start where you are, with what you have. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't overthink. Begin now. No matter how small the step, no matter how imperfect the action, just start. Because the myth of tomorrow only has power if you believe in it, if you choose to live for today, to act with urgency, to seize the present. Then tomorrow loses its hold, its illusion shatters, and you become truly free, free to live, to create, to love, to be right here, right now, because this moment is all you have and all you'll ever need. So ask yourself, what are you waiting for? What dream are you postponing? What life are you delaying? Because if you wait for tomorrow, you'll wait forever. Live today, act today, be today, and you'll never fall for the myth of tomorrow again. 7. Taking responsibility for your time. You are responsible for your time, no one else. The way you spend each moment, the choices you make, the priorities you set, they are yours, and yours alone. But how often do we blame others or circumstances for our wasted time? We say, I couldn't start because I was busy. I was waiting for the right moment. I'll get to it when things calm down. But these are just excuses, convenient stories we tell ourselves to avoid taking responsibility. The Stoics knew that the greatest power lies in taking ownership of your time, your actions, and your life. Epictetus said, no man is free who is not master of himself. This isn't just about controlling impulses, it's about mastering how you use your time, how you live each day. Because if you're wasting time, it's no one's fault but your own. No one is stealing your minutes. No one is forcing you to procrastinate. No one is stopping you from taking action but you. It's easier to blame external factors, to point at distractions or difficult circumstances. But the truth is, you control how you respond. You control what you prioritize, where you focus, and how you spend each passing moment. If you choose to scroll through social media instead of working on your dreams, that's your choice. If you choose to binge watch shows instead of investing in your growth, that's your responsibility. The Stoics never allowed excuses. They never blamed others or their environment. They took full responsibility for their actions, their reactions, and their time. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, could have blamed his responsibilities, his pressures, his duties, but he didn't. He wrote to himself every day, reminding himself to use his time wisely, to live fully, to take action. He didn't allow himself the luxury of excuses, and neither should you, because the moment you take responsibility for your time, you take control of your life. Think about it. How many hours have you wasted waiting for the right mood? How many days have slipped by because you didn't feel ready? If you don't master your time, it will master you. If you don't control your actions, you will be controlled by distractions. You need to own your time, not borrow it, not waste it, not blame others for how you use it. Seneca warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." We waste it in waiting, in hesitating, in distractions, in blaming others. But you have the power to change that today. Start by acknowledging that every choice you make is your responsibility. If you're distracted, it's because you allowed it. If you're procrastinating, it's because you chose it. Take ownership of every minute, every hour, every day. Stop waiting for motivation. It won't come. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. They don't exist. Act now with what you have, where you are, even if it's imperfect, even if it's messy. Because taking responsibility means taking action. It means doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. It means prioritizing what truly matters and cutting out what doesn't. It means setting boundaries, saying no to distractions and yes to your purpose. It means being honest with yourself about where your time goes and making deliberate choices. You are the master of your minutes. You are the architect of your days. No one else can live your life for you. No one else is responsible for your destiny. Only you. So take action, live fully, and be relentless in your pursuit of what truly matters. Stop blaming, stop waiting, stop wasting. Start taking responsibility for your time today, because every second you lose is gone forever. And the only way to live without regret is to live with responsibility. Now, this moment is yours. What will you do with it? Perfection is an illusion. It doesn't exist. It never has, and it never will. Yet, we wait for it. We hesitate. We stall, telling ourselves, "I'll start when it's perfect. I'll begin when I'm ready. I'll take action when everything is just right." But here's the brutal truth. That moment will never come. The Stoics knew this. They understood that perfection is merely an excuse, a delay tactic, a comforting lie. We tell ourselves to avoid failure, to avoid judgment, to avoid discomfort. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." He didn't say, "Wait for perfection." He didn't say, "Only act when you feel ready," because waiting is wasting. Every day you wait is a day you'll never get back. Every moment you hesitate is a moment lost forever. The fear of imperfection, the fear of not being good enough, paralyzes us. It stops us from taking the first step, from starting the journey, from living fully. But here's the secret. Every masterpiece was once a beginner's attempt. No great creation was perfect from the start. No monumental achievement was flawless on the first try. Marcus Aurelius himself faced doubt, faced fear, faced imperfection, but he acted anyway. He wrote his Meditations not as a perfect book, but as his private thoughts, his imperfect reflections on life, on virtue, on struggle. Yet, those imperfect thoughts have endured for centuries. They've inspired, guided, and shaped millions, not because they were perfect, but because they were real, they were honest, and most importantly, because they were shared. Imagine if Marcus Aurelius had waited until he felt his words were perfect, we would have lost one of the greatest works of Stoic wisdom. The truth is, perfection is the enemy of action, of progress, of living fully, because perfection doesn't exist. What exists is the present moment, right now. What exists is the opportunity to start, to begin, to act, even if it's messy, even if it's flawed, even if it's imperfect, because action leads to progress, and progress leads to mastery. You don't become great by waiting. You become great by doing, by failing, by learning, and by growing. If you wait for perfection, you will wait forever. Seneca warned us, while we wait for life, life passes by. You don't have time to wait for perfection. You only have today. Start where you are, with what you have, no matter how small, no matter how imperfect. Take action, because action is what creates momentum. It's what breaks the cycle of hesitation, of procrastination, of fear. It's what separates the dreamers from the doers. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for progress. Aim for growth. Aim for experience. Embrace imperfection, because imperfection is human. It's real. It's authentic. If you're waiting for the perfect words, speak anyway. If you're waiting for the perfect idea, create anyway. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, act anyway. Because perfection is just another word for fear, and fear is just another excuse to wait. But the Stoics taught us to face fear, to embrace discomfort, to take action in the face of uncertainty. So stop waiting, stop hesitating, stop demanding perfection. Start now. Start today. Start with the imperfect tools, the imperfect skills, the imperfect ideas you have right now. Because when you do, you'll realize that imperfection is not your enemy. It's your teacher. It's the path to growth, to mastery, to fulfillment. Don't wait for perfection. It doesn't exist. But your dreams, your purpose, your life do, and they are waiting for you to begin right now. Imperfectly, but courageously. Just start. 9. the courage to say no. Saying no is an act of courage. It's an act of clarity, of purpose, of wisdom. But for most of us, it's one of the hardest things to do. Why? Because saying no feels like rejection. It feels selfish. It feels uncomfortable. We fear disappointing others. We fear missing out. We fear being judged. And so, we say yes, even when we don't mean it, even when it costs us our time, our energy, our peace. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't matter, you are saying no. To something that does, you are saying no. To your own priorities, to your own growth, to your own life. Seneca warned us, if you don't know where you are going, you will never get there. And if you don't learn to say no, you will never reach where you truly want to go. Because your time is your most valuable resource. It's the currency of your life. Once spent, it's gone forever. But we waste it on trivial requests, on meaningless obligations, on distractions. We say yes to avoid discomfort, to please others, to feel needed. But the cost is far too great, because every yes is a commitment, a debt you owe in time, in energy, in focus. And if you say yes to everything, you'll end up accomplishing nothing. The Stoics understood this. They knew the power of saying no, of guarding their time as fiercely as their lives. Epictetus taught, no man is free who is not master of himself. And being master of yourself means being master of your time. It means knowing what truly matters and having the courage to protect it, even if it means disappointing others, even if it means standing alone, because your life is yours, not theirs. Your goals, your dreams, your purpose depend on your ability to say no. But here's the truth. Saying no isn't about rejection. It's about respect. Respect for your time, for your priorities, for your life. It's about choosing what matters most and letting go of what doesn't. It's about focus, about clarity, about freedom. Marcus Aurelius knew this. He wrote, beware of unnecessary actions. And sometimes, the most unnecessary action is saying yes to what doesn't serve you. Think about it. How many times have you agreed to something only to regret it later? How many times have you overcommitted, overextended, overwhelmed yourself, all because you were afraid to say no? The truth is, saying no is not cruel. It's kind. It's kind to yourself, to your purpose, to your well-being. It's a declaration that your time matters, that your energy is valuable, that your life is worth protecting. But how do you do it? How do you say no without guilt, without fear, without regret? It starts with knowing your priorities, with understanding what truly matters to you. What are your goals? What are your values? What is your purpose? Once you are clear on what matters most, saying no becomes easier, because you're not just saying no, you're saying yes to what truly matters. You're saying yes to your dreams, to your growth, to your purpose. You're saying yes to living fully, without distractions, without regrets. This is the courage to say no. It's the courage to protect your time, your energy, your life. It's the courage to live deliberately, to act intentionally, to focus unwaveringly. It's the courage to disappoint others in order to stay true to yourself. But here's the paradox. When you learn to say no, you actually gain more respect, more trust, more freedom. People respect those who value their time, who stand firm, who live with purpose. They learn to value your boundaries, to respect your decisions, to appreciate your time, because they see that you respect yourself. So don't be afraid to say no. It's not selfish, it's essential. It's not cruel, it's necessary. It's not rejection, it's redirection. You are not saying no to people. You are saying yes to your purpose, to your priorities, to your life. Seneca was right. If you don't know where you're going, you will never get there. And if you don't learn to say no, you will never have the time, the energy, the focus to get there. So be bold, be clear, be firm. Say no to distractions, to obligations, to anything that doesn't align with your purpose. And say yes to what truly matters, to your dreams, to your growth, to your life. Because that is the true power of no and the ultimate freedom of living fully. 10. Mastering your focus, the Stoic way. Focus, it's the silent architect of destiny. Your thoughts shape your actions shape your life. But in a world drowning in distractions, where notifications scream for attention, where noise drowns out clarity, how do you master your focus? How do you reclaim your mind from the chaos around you? Epictetus warned us, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. And that's the paradox of modern life. We give our attention to everything outside our control. The news, social media, opinions of strangers, things that steal our peace, our time, our focus. We let them dictate our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, and yet we wonder why we feel lost, scattered, unfulfilled. It's because we've surrendered our most valuable asset, our focus. Your focus is your power. It's the currency of your life. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. And where your energy flows, your life grows. But most people live in a state of distraction. Their minds are scattered. Their actions are fragmented. They are busy, but not productive. Active, but not effective. They mistake movement for progress. But busyness is not a badge of honor. It's a sign of lost focus. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Beware of unnecessary actions." But today, we fill our days with unnecessary actions. Scrolling, clicking, consuming, reacting. We drown in information, but starve for wisdom. We chase noise, but ignore silence. We are connected to the world, but disconnected from ourselves. This is the enemy of focus. Distractions that rob us of our time, our purpose, our lives. But here's the truth. Distractions are not external. They are internal. They are born from within, from a restless mind, from unresolved emotions, from fear, from boredom, from avoidance. We distract ourselves because we are afraid to face our thoughts, our truths, our lives. So we escape into the noise, the busyness, the distractions. But the Stoics knew better. They knew that mastery over life begins with mastery over focus. To control your life, you must first control your mind. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And to master yourself, you must master your focus. It's not about blocking distractions, it's about training your mind. It's about choosing where your attention goes. Because what you focus on, you become. If you focus on fear, you become fearful. If you focus on problems, you feel powerless. But if you focus on growth, you become stronger. If you focus on purpose, you become unstoppable. The power is in your focus, but how do you master it? How do you reclaim your mind, your attention, your life? It starts with intention, with deciding what truly matters, your goals, your purpose, your values, and then eliminating everything that doesn't align. It means saying no to noise, to distractions, to trivialities. It means guarding your mind like a fortress. It means choosing what you consume, what you engage with, what you give your energy to, because everything you give attention to grows. If you feed distractions, they grow stronger. If you feed purpose, it becomes powerful. This is the Stoic way to master your focus. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The power is within you. It's not about controlling the world, it's about controlling your mind. It's about filtering out the noise and focusing on the signal. It's about choosing where your life goes by choosing where your focus goes. But this requires discipline, it requires practice, it requires patience. It means creating boundaries, guarding your time, protecting your energy. It means cultivating stillness, silence, solitude. Because in stillness, you find clarity. In silence, you find wisdom. In solitude, you find strength. This is how you master your focus, not by fighting distractions, but by strengthening your mind. Not by doing more, but by focusing on less. Not by reacting, but by choosing. Because the quality of your life depends on the quality of your focus. If you master your focus, you master your life. So today, choose your focus, choose your thoughts, choose your actions, choose your life. Guard your focus with discipline, with intention, with purpose, because that is the power of Stoicism. That is the power of mastering your focus. We've just explored 10 powerful Stoic principles. Principles that can transform the way you live, the way you think, and the way you use your time. From facing the brutal truth about time slipping away to mastering your focus, each principle serves as a guide to help you stop wasting your life and start living fully. But there's one truth, one core message that ties all of this together. Stop waiting, stop hesitating, stop hoping for the perfect moment. The only time you truly have is now. Tomorrow is just an illusion, a comforting lie we tell ourselves to avoid the discomfort of action. But the Stoics knew better. They knew that life is happening right here, right now. Seneca warned us, the whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. And that's the challenge before you, to live immediately, to act today, not tomorrow, not someday, but now. Look at your life. Look at how you spend your time. How much of it is spent waiting? Waiting for motivation, waiting for courage, waiting for the right conditions. How much of it is wasted on distractions, on noise, on trivialities, on things that don't matter? And most importantly, how much of it is spent on things that are not truly yours to control? As Epictetus taught, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. So the choice is yours. Will you continue to wait, to procrastinate, to waste time on things beyond your control? Or will you take responsibility, master your focus, and live fully right now? The Stoics showed us the way, but the path is yours to walk. So here's my challenge to you. Take one principle from this video, just one, and apply it today. Maybe it's mastering your focus by eliminating one distraction just for today. Maybe it's embracing imperfection by starting something you've been putting off, even if it's messy, even if it's not perfect. Maybe it's saying no to something that doesn't serve your purpose, to protect your time, to protect your energy. Or maybe it's simply choosing to live in the now, to stop waiting for tomorrow. Whatever it is, take action today, not tomorrow, not next week, today, because the only time you truly have is now. If you found value in this video, if these Stoic principles resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe, and join us on this journey of mastering life, one Stoic principle at a time. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message and leave a comment. How will you stop wasting time? Starting today, what action will you take to live fully? Right now, your journey begins today. So stop waiting, stop wasting time, and live immediately.